Yo, what's good? This your Monday guy, Coley. This week's topic is religion, being transgender, being religious, and the pros and cons about that. So, I'm not religious. Um, I didn't grow up in a religious family. I was brought to church when I was a little younger, but like it wasn't like hella strict about it or anything. I had my own choices. So today, coming up, growing up, I prayed by myself. My family doesn't pray like when we eat and stuff. So like it's not like my household isn't really like that religious. We never really talked about it like that. They call themselves Christians, I guess, but not really. Not really. It ain't really a religious household. But for me personally, I've always had a relationship with God, and I used to call myself Christian because that's what my parents called themselves. They usually adopt the religion um, that you grow up with, that your parents have, or your family that you're surrounded with. But since my family didn't really have that, I consider myself now today to be more of a spiritual person, a person that has a relationship with God, prays, believes that you feel me, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. But I don't I don't. I'm not religious. I wouldn't say, oh, I'm Christian or any type of religion. I can't claim to be that. So many people claim to be like that, a certain type of religion, but don't really, know exactly what they're preaching about, and they preach about hating things. So I prefer not to call myself any one of those unless I really know what it is, and I don't. But I know who God is, and I'm spiritual. I pray, I believe in stuff. So yeah, um, I guess I just choose not to put myself in one of those boxes because I'm not really sure what those boxes are, and I don't really think I need to be put in one. But all I know is I believe in God, and we have a relationship. I talk to Him, I pray. He gives me strength, and that's what it is. As far as being in the LGBT community, a lot of people, for the lesbians, bisexual, gay men, transgender, whatever, all the whole alphabet, you know, we're condemned as sinners for being who we are. As a transgender person or an LGBT community person, we're condemned as sinners. I don't consider being a part of LGBT as sinning. Some LGBT people do actually think that they are sinning, but they're just gonna keep living their lives. I don't consider myself sinning because I'm transgender, or disrespecting God because I'm changing what He wanted to be. I don't really believe in that. Um, to each his own. I don't really like, when people preach about the religious stuff. It's really over the top to me. I don't really get all worked up about it, like, oh my god, Christians hate me, like, whatever. There's so many churches nowadays that it's increasing the number of churches that actually do take in members of the LGBT community. um it's just a work in progress, you feel me. People are gonna start to understand that LGBT things aren't sins, and we don't hate God, and we're not trying to change God's plan. We actually, I know a lot of people, just like in Torian's video, um before, on Saturday, he was just talking about how he could get the surgery through God, and God's gonna help him out, and God's gonna strengthen him and do it right. A lot of us get the strength in our journeys through God, through believing in something or some goodness in somebody. So I would say, that's was the case in my journey, and taking steps of just praying and you know uh, having that relationship with God that got me through my stuff and my transition as well. So as far as being someone that's changing His plan for me or anything, I'd say that He's been by my side through this journey, and we've been to get to the top together. Um, a lot of people don't believe that though. They think that, you know, I mean, it don't really matter to me what anybody else say. I'm minding my business and I'm living my life. But as far as the pros and cons, I don't really pros and cons about being religious or in my case spiritual while being transgender. I wouldn't say there are any, because it's like I can't say it's good to be like, it's not, it doesn't really have to do with being transgender. It's to do with being a person, you feel me? Like, oh yeah, it's good to be to believe in God so that you can get through your problems in life, or that's regular though. It's good so that you can get through your journey as a transgender or LGBT person in life. And it's just um regular pros and cons to being religious or believing in God. Sometimes it can be a lot of cons where you're restricted to do things, and others just depends on what you believe in. To each his own. Um, but yeah, as far as my journey, I would say I pray. I've taken this walk as a transgender individual with God. I believe in God. I'm a very spiritual person, and I just wouldn't let anybody, the public's views of, oh, you're a sinner because you're trans, or, you're an LGBT member, you can't believe in God, how are you changing God's plan? Be um, the woman that God wants you to be. For me, I'm just like, nah, whatever. It's not really. I mean, whatever. It's like people believe what they want to believe. I don't got a problem with people having other perspectives or point of views than me. I have a problem with people trying to like force me to believe what they believe. That's the problem with religion and being LGBT community. When you know all those Christians get on your case about changing stuff or not being the way God wants you to be, um and they start forcing that on you. They couldn't keep their opinions to themselves. They don't have to try to force you or make you feel bad for believing something other than what they believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, a belief is just a belief. You don't want to force. Everybody got their own opinions, and everybody do what they do. Like, just whatever. Like, let people do what they want to do. If they believe this, let them believe that. I mean, especially when it comes to religion, like, I don't see why people always want to force a certain religion on people or try to speak for God. God gonna speak for Himself. You feel me? But that's my opinion. This is gonna be a short video because there's really not much to say. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. God has been with me throughout this whole journey. You feel me? Keeping me strong, keeping me sane. Um, yeah. So that being said, this is your nigga Coley, and I'm signing out.